guys, and welcome to this week's live. Wow, the room is very busy already, so let me just finish getting set up and I'll get everything started. We have a lot of questions in, so thank you. How is everybody doing today? How is everyone's Saturday and wider weekend doing? Let me know in the comments. And just while I've got all your attention, just to call out that we have the new Facebook group. So for those of you that were on the old Facebook group, a couple of weeks, that's like a week ago, had a little issue with Facebook, a little bit of in the end, they ended up, nobody was in charge of the group because they removed me from the group when I tried to it was all a whole mess. Anyway, we set up a new group and all of that has been resolved. So I know that Tom put in the chat the link if you do want to join our Facebook group where we just chat. This group's actually better than the last one because I made it private as well, so only people who are actually in the group will be able to think, so we can all be a bit, we can all share more stuff knowing it's all private. So if you want to join, I'd love to have you over there, and I'll actually be joining in the conversation because I'll actually be a member of the group this time, which baffling. I don't know what happened there. So now let's get quickly started. I've seen we've got a lot of questions already, so I'll do the hellos and then we'll get into it and talk about all these questions. As always, Tom's going to be moderating today, so thank you so much for Tom for doing that, just making sure everything runs smoothly. And Tom will give me a nudge if I miss out questions, hopefully along the way, or if there's anything. So if for whatever reason I miss your question, just leave it in the comment below. Let's start with Diana. Welcome, my love. Cici, Celia, Leona, hey, Sarah, lovely to see you all. Thanks so much for joining. Hello, Jenny. Welcome. Jenny gave me some fantastic recommendations for Korean skincare for my next haul in a month's time, and I put on order, so thank you so much to Jenny for giving me some, sharing her knowledge of the Korean skincare, because she's the queen of Korean skincare. So thank you so much. Poco, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Tamzin, Annika, hello Annika, sending lots of love to Sweden. Patty, gorgeous, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Tegs, great to see you. Today in the UK, by the way, it is totally freezing. I've actually got my hot water bottle here on my knee. So cold. Haven't put the heating on because it's been like spring, and so I haven't bothered. And now I've realised I'm actually freezing. So we've got the good hot water bottle and a cup of tea, so we are good to go. Elizabeth, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining and sending lots of love to Australia. Sophie, hello, Sophia. Chris, amazing to see you. Glad you could make it, Chris. Leah, thank you so much for joining. Now, we've got some questions that I'll dive into. Usually I am really bad. I'm going to try, my thoughts are I'm going to try and get ahead of the questions and actually be able to get through as many as I can today. So we'll see how I get on. Before I do that, already going on a sidetrack, I've got two things that I was going to share with you that I found out just as a side note. This is, do you remember, like 2 weeks ago, I shared with you those like hydrocolloid patches that you put on overnight that's supposed to be anti-wrinkle and all of that I said were really good? Well, the same brand reached out and said, thank you so much for, mentioning our product. I was like, absolutely fine. I like them. They're great. And they sent me this to try. This is a firming neck cream. And the reason I mention this is, neck creams, I'm not sold on neck creams. However, this one has retinol in, which I do like because it's a low strength retinol, and I've always said I can't do retinol on my neck. It just burns. It's awful. So I thought this could be a really great job. And it's also in here, it's got vitamin E, which I love, and it's got some aloe in here, which is fantastic, and it's also got panthenol in. So it's like calming and retinol. And the reason I'm calling this out is, has anyone ever shopped at the Body Shop and remembers their vitamin E cleanser? It used to be like the pink thing. This was my mum's go-to cleanser for like forever, and it was discontinued here in the UK, and this has that exact same smell, and it's on fragrance, but it's just got that really nice smell. So I've actually put on one of these for Mother's Day, which is different across the world, I know, but our Mother's Day here in the UK is in March, so I bought my mum one of these because I know she'll absolutely love the scent and it'll work really well for her. Also, trying out mugwort. So stick around. At the end of the live, we go straight over to a video, like the video of the day, which is all on Korean skincare. I've been trying loads of mugwort things. I really like the mugwort essence that I tried in that video, so I bought some other things. This is the mugwort pore clarifying wash off pack by Axis Y. You might have seen Axis Y advertised on YouTube. I think they've been quite big at the moment. Really keen to try that. So those are two things that I'm like, I just have on my desk of of things that I'm trying at the moment, so I thought I'll call out while I'm here. Now, let's cut the waffle and get on with it. So first of all, I'll start here with Poco says, "Hi Rob, does oil cleansers really remove blackheads?" Sometimes you watch people on YouTube and they show these like oil plugs on the backs of the hand, which is really gross. Actually, it's really gross when you think about it, which is like the extractions that have happened from using an oil cleanse. If you do an oil cleanse for literally like 20 or 25 minutes, continually massaging, it will help to dislodge any sebaceous filaments and blackheads that you've got. So yes, it kind of does work. So yeah, it does, but oil cleansing for like, a minute like I do on that's not going to do anything for your blackheads. You really have to work it in for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you've got enough time to do that, it will work, particularly focusing on the areas like the nose where you have blackheads. But for most people, I don't think they'll see a huge amount of benefit. Tamsin said, she was just replying to Diana. I love, just for the record guys, I love the fact that when I get here on a Saturday, you've already started sharing your recommendations and chatting, which is why I hope everyone loves that Facebook group, because I think it's just a really great place where hopefully we can share our love of skincare. And, I'll be doing a few extra things. Some things that I want to start doing different to the channel is I'm going to put up the weekly upload schedule. So if there's going to be a specific video you're interested in, then you'll know which day it goes live. And I'll be doing some specific skincare routines on there that I can't really do here on YouTube. So hopefully people find it really useful. Let's have a look for this is interesting. So Celia, this is in response to another question that was asked, but says she's finishing her Super Dismutase Mist by Neod. It was okay, but would not repurchase. So that was Celia's thought on that. I wanted to call this comment out because I've heard online that this product has actually been pulled from the Decian website. So I don't know if this is true or not. I need to do a little bit more looking, because actually I like it. I actually prefer the Sub-Q Mist by Hylamide, I think, if I had to choose between the two. But someone told me that it's actually been pulled from the Decian website, so I need to check that out, because I don't know if that's got anything to do with the takeover or what's happening there, but I will check that in a bit more detail. Let's have a look and for questions. Tex says ceramides, not ceramics. This is Tex. I hear you. Whenever I type ceramides in, it autocorrects to ceramics, so you'll just have to get with it. Cece says, "What do you think about cellulite creams and stretch mark creams? Gimmick or not?" Well, they are, in so much as putting a cream on your cellulite isn't going to do anything. However, if you massage that cream in, then the massage itself will have benefit. So they're not a total lost cause. It's not that they don't work, as long as you're doing that massage. So I would personally, if you've got cellulite, there is not a lot you can do. I don't want to give you the impression that you're going to see like earth-shattering results. You're not. But if you get a really cheap cream, literally go to the drugstore and get the cheapest drugstore, Walmart, wherever you are, cream that you can get, and massage that into the legs like 5 or 10 minutes a day, you'll notice a difference in your cellulite over time, because that's it's the massage that actually makes a difference, not the cream. Caffeine can help, so you could get a bit of caffeine, a cream with some caffeine in, that will help at the margins. In terms of stretch marks, retinols can be really good, particularly body retinols can be really good for stretch marks, so I'd recommend that. Again, they're really hard to treat, but over time you will see some good results with that. Let's have a look. DM13, welcome my love. And I love the fact, someone said, where did DM13 come as a username? I always wondered that. I should have asked. It says there's 13 letters in your last name. That's a long last name, but I like that. I like where that that username came from. So we've got Jenny says, "Hi Rob, how are you? Loving your hair." Thank you. Now this Jenny, this is the lockdown hairdo. So a few weeks ago I did the sides myself, which, I was going to get a family member to do it, but then I thought if it goes wrong I'll be angry with them, whereas I can't really be angry with myself, so I did it. It looks great from the front, from the back. Oh, it's like literally 18 steps. Not great, but no one can see the back, so we're styling it out, and now it's just got really long on top because I couldn't do the scissors and work out. I couldn't. So I have an appointment booked at the hair salon on the 16th of April. We've got a month to go, so honestly within a month's time I would be looking totally windswept and awful, but it's a small price to pay, isn't it? We're styling it out. Sophia says, "I made it. Happy Saturday." Happy Saturday, Sophia, my love. Thank you for joining. Hillpree says, "Most anti-cellulite creams are poo." I agree. But if you have cellulite because of lack of elasticity, the chemistry retin oil is amazing. Do you know what, Hillpree? It's funny that you call that out. I said for using like stretch marks and things, retinol can really work, and actually the retin for the body is really good. That chemistry brand retin oil is the best I have ever known people say. I don't personally have cellulite, but one of my friends did and tried that and said she noticed about a 10 or 15% improvement using that. Now, that seems really low, but if you think of how hard it is to tackle, actually a 10, 15, 20% improvement is probably a really good thing, and it's good for the body anyway. So yeah, I would definitely say that retin oil, amazing. Jill, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Celie says, being private is a great idea. Yeah, I agree when it comes to, this is for the Facebook group. I just thought we were all sharing so freely. It would just be really nice to know that we can do that in a private group setting. There's a bit of control to that. So it's not private because we want to be, you know, evasive or anything like that. It's just private so that we can all share what we want in that group. And I'd encourage everybody, whether you want to be actively participating or just an observer, join that Facebook group because it's so lovely, you know, to be able to interact with you guys on that as well. And if you don't have Facebook, do not worry, because we're still here on YouTube. I ain't going anywhere. But yeah, join us over there. And I want to say a big thank you as well to Celia and Tom, who again will be doing some moderating and supporting me on that Facebook group. I also want to call out Patty, who offered in the last live stream to help be a moderator as well. So I'm going to reach out to you about that, Patty, if that's okay. I've got that on my to-do list this week, so thank you for that. But yeah, just thanks for the support in doing that, and hopefully it'll just be an amazing space where we can all, you know, chill, talk skincare, and be skincare nerds together. Let's have a look. What our next question is. So I'm hearing a lot, just as I'm reading some through these comments, and lots of people are recommending Pukyang, which I always butcher that name, when we're talking about some really great skincare. I love that brand. I think it was Cassandra Bankson that actually called it out quite recently about how good it was in terms of its performance. So I've actually ordered a load of Pukyang stuff for my next Korean skincare haul. So hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing something about that. Now we have here, so thoughts on Revolution Skincare Blemish Boost, good for hyperpigmentation. Rasan, that's a really good question. And that is the first time I've said that's a really good question. I always say that, but it is actually. And I quite like their Blemish Boost. I went full circle on Revolution Skincare. I used to really dislike it because I thought they were just a copycat, the Ordinary brand. But actually, since they brought out new things such as the Blemish Boost, they've actually got some new innovative formulations that I'm really liking. So yeah, I'd say check it out. I think they're a good brand, and they're so affordable. If it doesn't really work for you, you've not lost too much, if that makes sense. Now we're getting into let's have a look. Oh, there we are. I found my place again. I lost my place. Now I'm gonna have a quick sip of my tea. If you haven't already, if you could smash that like button. We are already at 45 likes. We reached 200 likes at the end of the last live stream last week, which was amazing. So thank you so much, guys. Now, that's a really good tea. Today, we've just gone for boring old Yorkshire tea, but it's such a good tea, so I'm not complaining. Let's see. So, Tina, hello, my love. Happy Saturday. Your question is, how are you using the silicone patches? I got a set, and when I use skincare underneath, it doesn't stick. Are you using, Tina, out of interest, are you using, well, where are they? Oh, they're here. Got them here. Are you using these by the Oya, I think it's pronounced? These I find stick really well. I would recommend, if you're going to put them on, you do your whole skincare routine and then you put them on. I find if you're using a facial oil, they don't stick as well. In my experience, I think the facial oil takes time to sink in, so it doesn't stick as well. So I tend to, on the nights I want to use them, I don't use a facial oil, I just use my moisturizer. And I leave 10 minutes between finishing my skincare routine and putting them on, just let everything soak in and do its job, and then put them on. And I find they stick perfectly. So maybe I'd say to you, try leaving a little bit longer before you put them on. Don't put it on straight after, because don't forget, it's locking, it'll still lock all that in. So leaving that 10 minutes won't make a difference. It'll still work really well. And that's how I get them to stick, and they stick all night. Also, washing them. I wash them with just soapy water, and they work really well. I think if you use abrasive things on them, that can sometimes impact the stick, so I just wash them with warm soapy water. Christina says, hi Rob, thank you very much for joining, Christina, my love. Change my username from Moon. There you are. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you ever change your username, let me know so I know, I don't just think you're a new, I was going to say welcome to the channel for the first time, but now it is easier to pronounce, my love. Christina, I get that. I wanted to ask, do you use Neod Survival 30 as an SPF after moisturiser, or before? Do I need another SPF on top or not? That's a great question. Second great question. I've just said that. You don't need to use a separate SPF. So the Survival 30 is your SPF. So you're good with that from. I don't actually wear a moisturizer with my Survival 30 by Neod because I find it's hydrating enough for my skin. If you need to have extra hydration, I would put your moisturizer on, let it sink in, and then put the Survival 30 on top. And that way I think it just works the best. I personally, because I'm quite oily skinned, I don't actually use a moisturizer separate to it. But if you do want to, add it on. I'll leave it for about 5 minutes to sink in and then put the Survival on top of the moisturizer. Drew Project says, hi Rob, have you tried the Cosrx Centella Blemish Cream? I have actually, Drew. I have recently, literally about 2 days ago, I got an order from Cosrx of things to try. I like it, but I can't tell whether it's working yet because obviously 2 days isn't enough to tell. So I'll be doing a full review of Cosrx in about 3 weeks time, and I'll be able to share it with you then. So far, love the texture. I like the product. I like the ingredients. I think it's got a lot of promise, but I can't actually tell whether it's working for me or not. Sarah says, hi Rob, absolutely love this channel. I feel like I've learned so much. Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you. Welcome to the live stream. If anyone out there is new to the live stream, we do this every single Saturday, 6 p.m. We sit down, we chat, we answer your questions, we talk about skincare. Sometimes we just talk about a load of old junk at the same time, but whatever, we just sit down and we chat. Every week, 6 p.m. UK time. I usually try to advertise it a little bit before as a reminder, so you can get your questions in early. But yeah, every week, 6 p.m. UK time. And thank you to anyone who's joining for the first time. Sending lots of love. Shelley says, hi Rob, hope you had a good day. I have had a gorgeous day. Freezing cold. I was out in the garden for quite a bit and I regret that now. I'm still trying to warm up, but gorgeous day. I want to get the Neod Repigment. Would I stop using vitamin C serum, the Inculus 15%, or can I use them both together? You can use them both together. I think you get such good results with the Neod. I probably would drop the vitamin C serum just to cut a step out and cut the cost. But if you like the product and you want to continue using it, you can. The reason I don't use vitamin C on the day I use my Neod Repigment is because I feel like I'm getting everything I need from it. So I cut a step, cut some time, cut the cost. But it is personal preference and you can use them together. Sarah Flanagan says, do you find the Sunny Skin Gel fairly matte? I find the Ultrist a bit shiny. So there's two Skinnies Sun Gel. I love both of them. The Conquer, which is the SPF 50, and the normal, which is the SPF 30. Now, it can get a little bit confusing. So when you're looking, the SPF 30 isn't reef safe. It's fine if you're not, it's fine day to day. If you're not going to in the sea where there's coral reefs, you're fine. And the SPF 50 is reef safe. So if I'm on the beach, I use the SPF 50. Day to day, I use the SPF 30, which I do think is much more matte than the 50. They're two very different formulations. So I personally would reach for the 30 day to day. If you're going on the beach, get the 50 because you'll want the extra protection. And it's reef safe as well, so you've got that option. So I definitely would differentiate between the two. And one thing I'll call out is if you're in the US, then they have a different formulation from Skinnies. I only found this out the other day. So Skinnies are a New Zealand brand, and they also ship internationally. They sell here in the UK. I love them. They're such a good brand. However, they have different UV filters in America only, because in America, they don't recognize certain filters that we do here in Europe and Australasia as proper sunscreens. It's just the FDA needs to catch up a little bit in terms of some of their regulations. And so it is a different formulation. So when I talk about Skinnies, I always mention the worldwide formulation. The American one, I think, is slightly more on the shiny side, so slightly less matte. Chris says, after cleansing my skin, it tends to get red as a tomato. What's the best way to get rid of the redness? Now, couple of things. So this is a really common question I get asked a lot, saying if you after cleansing, your skin is red, is that a bad sign? Redness is only bad and a sign of inflammation and things if it's persistent. If you cleanse the skin and it's a bit pink, it's a bit red, maybe a bit on the tomatoey side, and it goes after a couple of minutes, that's not an issue. That's just, you're moving things around, the blood's flowing. It's actually a good sign that everything's getting moving. If it's persistently red, so after 10 minutes it's still red, then it's problematic. I'd usually say, try it, Chris, try it tonight. Do your cleanse and then don't do anything and work out how long it takes for your skin to get back to normal. If it's under 5 minutes, don't worry about it. You're using the right cleanser and just keep going with your skincare. If it is persistent, then perhaps there's something in that cleanser that might be irritating you, or maybe you might want to go for a more sensitive option. To take out the redness, I would just carry on with the rest of your skincare, because honestly, it will just take it down. If you've got things like some Korean skincare in there, which I know, Chris, you love. Oh, that I think I lost you guys. I'm really sorry. I think the connection went there. Let me just have a look. I think I'm back. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. So I think we're all back and up and running. Now, I was saying to Chris, I think with you having some calming and soothing things in your routine anyway, I won't worry too much about the redness, to be honest. But do that tonight. Just check after you cleanse. Don't do anything. Just wait and see how long that redness lasts. If it's only for 5 minutes or under 5 minutes, you're fine. It's just the body working. If it's more than that, then you might want to switch up cleansers. Ira Glaby says, hi Rob. Hello, my love. Welcome. If I missed your live last Saturday, happy to be here again. We missed you last Saturday. You know what? I know not everybody can come to every Saturday live, but we are always here and it's always on repeat. So if you do miss it, straight afterwards, it goes on to repeat and you can check back and catch into everything. We're here every single Saturday, with the exception, just date for your diaries, Eurovision is in May. I am the world's biggest Eurovision fan. We are having a COVID responsible Eurovision party. I think there'll be like 2 of us there, but you know what, it can still be exciting. And so there won't be a live on Eurovision night, but with the exception of that, everything. I might move it to the Sunday. If anyone wants to join me for just fangirling for an hour about Eurovision, then you're welcome to on the Sunday. But with the exception of that date, we'll be one every Saturday. Let's see what questions we got. Chris says super excited for the Korean skincare video. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so afterwards, we've been trialing this for the past couple of weeks, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Straight after this live, I've extended it by 15 minutes because we always have so many questions. I want to, get through as many as I can. So at the end of this, at 7:15 UK time, the live finishes, and everyone gets diverted automatically to today's video, which is basically a Korean skincare haul, favourites, whatever you want to call it. Stick around and watch that, and I'll be chatting live as it's a premiere through it. Or if you just want to smash the like button and then skip out, it's totally up to you guys. But let me know, do you like that style of moving on to that video, or do you like them separate? Let me know. Let's have a look. DM13 says, Rob, did The Ordinary change the formulation of the Duraline solution? I just got one and it seems less runny, which is actually a good thing. Yes, so this was before, so this isn't linked to any of the Estee Lauder stuff. They did respond to some feedback that said it was too watery to apply, and so they added one extra ingredient in which just coagulates it a little bit to make it more of a gel rather than a water. They're rolling out in different countries, so I think we're getting the newer formulation in Europe before some other places, so it depends where you are. It works exactly the same, like it won't make any difference, but other than actually being a bit nicer to apply, because you're right, it used to run down the face, it was a nightmare. So I do think it's I do think that's an improvement. That has nothing to do with the Estee Lauder thing. I think that's been planned for some time, but yeah, I think that's definitely a good improvement and well spotted. Anastasia says, good evening, hello my love, sending you lots and lots of love and so glad you could join. Christy says, happy Saturday my love, send lots of love. My face theory order is stuck in the storm in the US Midwest, but it's okay, it'll be amazing when it gets here. Christy, it's on its way, and that's the main thing. I promise you, it's worth the wait. That storm seems quite dramatic, so if anyone is stuck in, I know we've had issues in Texas, so anyone that's out there that is suffering still as a result of some of that, obviously sending lots and lots of love and warmth to you guys. Leah says, I'm currently using the Face Theory Exaglow Serum. Oh, so good. And my skin peels like crazy. Is that normal for tranexamic acid? It can be. Not everybody. So I personally don't get any peeling from using something like that. But the Exaglow serum is reasonably robust. So you guys know I love the Neo Repigment, one of my favourites. If people wanted a cheaper alternative, I say reach for the Exaglow serum, which is almost as good. I'd say, I still think the Neo pips it, but it's almost as good. So you're talking really high strength, potent products. So having a little bit of peeling actually is probably quite normal, and it should settle down after a couple of weeks, my love. Brittany says, hello, I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a wonderful day, my love. I hope you are too. Nala says, hi Rob, is the Niad ethylated vitamin C suitable for darker skin? I've just bought it thinking it was a derivative. So it's not a derivative, it's a stabilized version of pure form vitamin C, but you can still use it on darker skin. I always say with people with darker skin, should be a little bit careful when it comes to the high potency actives like that. But I'd say patch test it. So patch test it. If I had darker skin like yourself, I'd patch test it over a couple of days to really see how it works. Somewhere like on the back of the wrist or something where you can get that, see how it actually interacts. If there's nothing wrong, it's fine. I just maybe use it twice a week rather than using it every single day and build up from there. See how your skin tolerates it. It isn't a derivative and it is very high strength, but it's very well formulated, and you get brilliant results from it. I just wouldn't go in too hard and fast straight out the bat because it could be a little bit too strong. Kay says, my mum is interested in The Ordinary for anti-aging, but she wants to keep simple, small steps. What would you recommend? I think there's some great products out there that she could use if she wants to stick with The Ordinary. Obviously, you'd have your cleanser, you'd have your moisturiser. That's like the two ends of the routine. In the middle, I would add the buffet with copper peptides, which I think is so good. It adds everything you need. It's also got a Giraline in there, so you don't need it as a separate step if you don't want. So it just works beautifully. I'd also put in there something like a vitamin C just to brighten the skin, because as we age, we get dark spots, we get hyperpigmentation, that ages the skin. So I would go for the two-pronged attack. I'd have the buffet with copper peptides in the morning, and I'd put the in the evening, and I'd put the vitamin C in the morning. And that keeps it really simple. That's a 3-step routine that you'll see some great benefits from. I would encourage you to use retinol, but I think if you're totally new to skincare, retinol's a little bit... you get the side effects and it can put people off. So I'd say maybe, give it a couple of months using those and then think about incorporating a retinol into the routine as well in the evening. Celia says, just got the RNW, that's right, ceramide cream, MP3 and panthenol 3%. Such a good product. Panthenol 3%, ceramides. It's just like skin barrier, moisture, gorgeousness. So yeah, Celia, definitely worth it. And I might do a review actually on the channel, because I think a lot of people want that ceramide fix. So I might do some of my favourite ceramides as an option. Amia says, hi, what's your copper peptide? Hi, what are copper peptides? Copper peptides are peptides, but they're derived from copper, which I know sounds really simple, but I'll explain kind of how they work. So our body needs certain amino acids to produce collagen. Peptides break down into amino acids, and then our body builds them up into collagen and elastin. So if you've got something like I'll just wait for the signal to catch up. I think there we go. 1 second. Then I've opened the door, which should improve the signal. The internet, I think, is just playing up today. So copper peptides work by specifically on collagen, because they produce, when they're broken down, they produce the amino acids which our body needs to produce that collagen more than any other type of peptide. And so they're a really great addition to an anti-aging skincare routine, if that makes sense. They're just a peptide. There's nothing gloriously high-tech about them. They're just a peptide. But because copper is one of the most expensive metals out there, that's why they tend to be more expensive than other peptides, just because they're derived from an expensive ingredient to start with. Sarah says, how do you feel about the brand Superfacialist? I've not tried much of their products. I don't dislike them. I think the price is okay. It depends. They have a weird pricing structure where they're so much more expensive in some places than others, which I kind of don't like. I think standard pricing is just easier for the consumer, but I don't mind their products. I think it depends. I'm happy to do a review on them if I look into them a little bit more. I'm quite happy to do that. Now, guys, I'm going to have a sip of my tea, which for some reason has got a really weird scum on the top. That's not a good thing. You didn't need to know that. But if you haven't already, if you smash that like button, it would do the channel a huge favour. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, click subscribe, join our channel, and we'd love you forever. That's so good. Now, I think for next week, just a side note, I'm going to actually get a better router. So if we've got a little bit of internet thing, I have already kind of corrected it. It's coming in the post. So we should be able to get a better router for next week. Gabby says, hi Rob, so excited about your skincare line. Will any of your products be fungal acne safe? Oh, this is a really good question. So the serum, that's the third time I've said this is a really good question. I'm going to have to stop saying that. The serum will be fungal acne safe. So you're good on that. The moisturiser won't be because of it is a very hydrating, and it does have some oils built into it. So I probably wouldn't recommend the moisturiser. Just to be totally honest with you guys. I know the standard thing I'm supposed to say as a brand is yes, it works for everybody. It's amazing, but there's no point lying to you guys. I want you to get the best results. So I probably would avoid the moisturiser. I don't think it'll work for fungal acne specifically, though it is acne. It's fine for acne, just not fungal acne. And the cleanser will be absolutely fine. The cleanser will be a really good option actually for fungal acne because it's not heavy on the oils and the emollients, but it won't leave you stripped and dried either. So I'd say yes to the cleanser, yes to the serum. I'd probably give a pass to the moisturiser. I think there'll be other ones that are better for fungal acne. fact, that's just me being honest. Janice, hello, my love. FR says, hi, Rob. Hey, my love. What's your number one for Pure Form Vitamin C serum you recommend? I know you don't like Pure Form Vitamin C. It's the only one that does wonders for me. So I don't dislike it. I just find my skin reacts very well to derivatives, and so they're easier, so I go for them. I actually think Pure Form Vitamin C is wonderful if you want quick, effective results. The two that I'd recommend, so I've got two that I would recommend. First of all, the Neod Copper, the Neod ethylated ascorbic acid. So good. That's like high strength, super, everything about that is amazing, but it is super strength. If you want to go for a cheaper option, Garden of Wisdom do a really good one. Oh, as do Geek and Gorgeous. Theirs is one of the best as well. So any of those would work really well. It depends on your price point. Neod, if money is no object, Neod is your friend. I think Geek and Gorgeous or Garden of Wisdom, both really good as well. So Sarah says, is the eye contour serum from Neod any good? Yes, and I know everybody's going to be coming for you for daring to suggest it might not be. No, it is. Sarah, it's so good. Again, it's up there in price. So I always think these things should fit your budget and what you're looking to spend on skincare. It is a stunning product that's worked really well for me, but it costs a lot. So I wouldn't say stretch, there's other things out there if you're looking for a more affordable alternative, but it's really, really good if you're looking to sort of tackle everything in one serum around the eye. Such a good product. Josh Rock says, hey, what do you think about the Lacura skincare line? I love it. So for those of you that might not be in the know, Lacura and CN are the two different brands from Lidl and Aldi, which are European bargain basement affordable supermarkets. The things I love, the micellar water from CN and actually the micellar water from Lacura, both really good. They do a makeup removing milk, also really good. They do a SPF, which is so affordable. The Lacura SPF, okay, it's not the most elegant in the world. It doesn't leave a white cast, which is great. Very hydrating, but I think it works better for drier skin. But for the £2 they're charging, there is no excuse for people not to be wearing SPF because it's so affordable and it's tried and independently verified. So they release their data, which I fully applaud. So that's a really good option. The only thing I'll call them out for is they never have enough stock. You go into these supermarkets to buy the skincare and it's always out of stock. So I wish they get their stock levels sorted. But other than that, gorgeous products. Rue says, hi Rob, what do you think about the aloe line from the Body Shop? I loved the Body Shop years ago. They were the first ones that did cruelty-free skincare. They were the first ones that made that sort of ethical cruelty-free thing trendy, and I loved them for it. Then they got bought out by L'Oreal, and then they kind of went downhill, and it all got a bit, and I didn't really like it. And then they got bought out again, so L'Oreal ruined it and then sold it. And now it's owned by an independent brand again, and I think they've really gone up. Their Drops of Youth products are really good. They've discontinued some of their old, slightly naff products, and they've got some really good ones in, and I think the aloe line is probably one of their strongest. My mother loves the vitamin E line. She swears that it's too rich for my skin, but she loves that. The aloe line I think is great for people that want a very simple skincare but effective skincare routine. I personally love their hemp moisturizers. So good. But yeah, I love Body Shop. They are now not owned by L'Oreal. They're fully cruelty free. They offer some great options. I think the price point is a little bit up there sometimes, but yeah, I think they're really good. And you can get a card. One thing I'd recommend, if you shop at the Body Shop a lot, they do a card which you get stamped every time you spend something there, and it actually is one of the better loyalty schemes. I think 10 purchases and you get a free product, so it's actually one of the better loyalty schemes out there. Ratton says, hello, thoughts on Revolution? Oh, we've covered that one, sorry my love. Brittany says, strongest over-the-counter retinol, Paula's Choice Medicate. Strongest is Medicate Crystal Retinol 20. They only used to go up to a 10. But now you can do an online consultation and they'll be able to give you the 20. That is literally prescription strength. You don't get stronger than that. I've ordered it because I'm keen to try it. I think it might be a little bit too strong for me, but I'm willing to give it a go and see what it's like because I love Medicate. Their Retinol 10, which used to be their strongest but now has been superseded, actually works really well. Both of them are fine. I mean, the three strongest I'd say out there are the Drunk Elephant A Passione Retinol Cream, the Paula's Choice, and the Medicate. Those are the three strongest and closest to prescription strength. And of those, I think I wouldn't go for the Drunk Elephant, too expensive. Paula's Choice is expensive but works, and Medicate is also expensive. So either of those two, Paula's Choice or Medicate, would be great. And I would probably go for Medicate over I'd go for Medicate. Nicole says, hi from Spain. Hello, sending lots of love to Spain. I was wondering what would be better for a teen, a BHA cleanser, though not sure it will be over exfoliating as it's used daily, or a BHA exfoliant like Paula's choice. I personally would go for a cleanser and use it every day. I don't think it's over exfoliating because you're not leaving it on the skin too long, so it's not like you're leaving, exfoliating all the time. You can use it every single day. It's easy. It's not adding an extra step into the routine, but you'll get great benefits. And also, I'd encourage them to use it as a body wash. Often in our teens, we get spots on our backs and on our chests. We get the old chicken skin on the arms. Take that cleanser and just use it every couple of times a week on the body as well, and that'll help keep all that body acne in check. I think exfoliating BHA cleanser is great. The Inculist is the one I'm using. Pure Kangyol is a great Korean brand that does an acne wash, which is salicylic acid based. All really, really good. A lot of people go for the CeraVe SA cleanser. Obviously, I've got my thoughts on CeraVe, but you get a lot of product in a tub, and I'd probably say that's the best of their products, though I don't personally endorse them. There's loads out there. I think someone told me that Walmart do their own brand salicylic acid cleanser, which is really good. So that could be a really great option as well if you live in the States. Cece says, "Hey, I was just curious, but thank you so much." Oh, it's a pleasure. I love the fact that you're all sharing each other's recommendations, so thank you, and keep that up. I did read somewhere that some YouTuber, I can't remember who it was, some YouTuber that does like live streams, went off on a whole rant at her subscribers and her followers for talking amongst themselves in the comments and were like, "Oh, I should be on me." What a load of rubbish. I love it when you guys, just be totally clear, that is awful behaviour. I love the fact that you guys chat amongst yourselves in the comments and share tips and stuff, so keep doing it. I did read that someone said it's really bad for shit. Rubbish. Keep doing it. Cindy says, "What do you think of the ordinary ascorbic acid 8% and alpha-arbutin? Do you recommend it?" I think it's really good if you're trying to tackle hyperpigmentation, but you don't want that super strength product because it combines two actives, which I like. I don't use it because I still find it quite strong. It's quite tingly when you put it on. I go for a vitamin C derivative. But yeah, for hyperpigmentation, it's a really great option. Jenny says, "What do you think of face theory for maturing skin?" I love face theory because I think it works for everybody. You just need to choose the right product. So I think there's some great options for maturing skin. I would look for like their ceramide creams. Gorgeous. They do retinols, which are great. I really love some of their like multi-purpose. I'd say face theory is best for people that don't want a million steps in their routine. Somebody that wants a cleanser with a couple of added benefits, a moisturizer with a couple of added benefits, and maybe a serum in between. That face theory are a really good option, and they've got some really good stuff for the maturing skin. I'll use that word because you used it. I'd like to say, glowing with age. Let's keep it at that. Yoshi says, "Hi Rob, received my Curel order. It's one of the liquid lotion for hydration. Is it correct I apply it after my serums like buffet?" Yes, that's right. You'd apply it after those. And let me know what you think of it. I love to hear about people's experiences with brands, so let me know what you think of it. I would love to know. Sophie says, "Hi, super excited to be here. I've joined your Facebook group." Thank you. Everybody, do like Sophie does. Join the Facebook group. I'm sorry to anyone who's had to rejoin the new Facebook group because we had a bit of problem with the old one, but we've cured it, we've solved it, we've learned from our lesson, and we're all good. The plans for the Facebook group are really up to you guys, what you want to see on there. Like I say, I'm going to be doing the weekly upload schedule, so I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm going to be uploading on which day, so you guys can kind of know in advance, get a sneak peek. I'm also going to be putting some skincare routines on there, but I'd love to know what content you guys want from me. I want this to be a space for the Facebook group, to be a space for you guys, so that people can talk amongst themselves, can share experiences, and I want it to be about you guys, not about me, because, it's not all about me. I want it to be, that you guys can share. But similarly, if you want anything from me specifically to do with that group, let me know, and I'm quite happy to add the content to that. I would absolutely love to share it. Sarah says, "I've been using the Inculist Collagen Booster on my neck. It's pretty good." I think on the neck, we forget about the neck. I know everyone says make sure you take your skincare on the neck, but we always forget about the neck. And something like a peptide on the neck can make such a difference. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm using this firming neck cream, so I'm going to give this a really good wear test and tell you guys if I think it's good, because I think the Oya, the brand it's from, are reasonably inexpensive. They're not break the bank money, and I love the idea of this. So yeah, I think the neck is actually a great place to put like an all-in-one treatment. So something that's got the peptides in, got the moisturizers, the hydrators, put it all on in one go, so we can just do it and move on. Jenny says, "I was recommending the Ilion ceramide cream." Oh yeah, I love steroids. I think Korean skincare. Well, you'll see in the video, because for those guys that have joined halfway through this, straight after this video at 7:15, so in half an hour, we're going to move over to today's video, which is on Korean skincare. And I'm going to be sharing you like my favourites of some Korean skincare. And there's some great brands. I think from trying out Korean skincare, I agree with you, Jenny. I think they're at their best with ceramides and with barrier supporting gentle products. So I'm totally on board, and I can't wait to share those with you. Now let's have a look and see what other questions we've got. Let's have a look. Question: when will people be accepted into the Facebook group? So the new Facebook group. The issue with the old Facebook group is Facebook, in their wisdom, deleted. I questioned something around it, and they were helping me fix it, and then they messed up and took me out of the group. So there was no admin or moderators, so nobody could accept anyone into the group, and it was all a mess. So we set up the new group, which Tom's been linking in this chat, so you can find it in this chat if you want to join. And we've now got 2 moderators, which are myself, so we'll be able to accept you in pretty quick time, so you shouldn't have to wait too long to be accepted. So make sure you join the new one, and then we should be able to accept you straight away, Marv. Sophie says, Lee, I've got the so Sophie's saying about the Exaglow serum by Face Theory, and doesn't get any peeling. Not everybody does. It's all on the person's individual skin type. I wouldn't be worried by a bit of peeling. If you don't get peeling equally, I wouldn't be worried either. Now, for those of you, look, we've got a guest. For those of you that are saying, what's happened to my cats? This is Leo. Hello. You're going on my shoulder. This is Leo, who's now going to sit on my shoulder for the rest of this live. Are you, Leo? Yes. He's a Singaporean. So anyone that's from Singapore, this is the national cat of Singapore. And now he's going to sit with his back to you really rudely on my shoulder for the rest of the live. Are you, Leo? Yeah, you're going to turn around and say hello? You're going to say hello? No. So Cece says, what's my thoughts on Pore vacuuming? Are you going? Well, you got a brief glimpse of Leo. He's the elusive cat. He's the one that doesn't usually like to be seen on camera. Marcel, that you guys have probably seen a lot more of. He loves the attention. Leo is a little bit, you might see him, yeah. He'll sit there and make himself comfy, won't you, Leo? So Cece says, what's your thoughts on pore vacuuming? I don't personally like pore vacuuming. I just think it's too aggressive. It sucks everything out of the skin and can damage the pores and actually lead to enlarged pores. I really hate it. Really, really dislike it. So I wouldn't recommend it at all. I don't think we need to be that aggressive with our pores, personally. But that's my personal take. Emily says, hi Rob, I've just cleared up my acne using benzoyl peroxide and have been left with lots of hyperpigmentation. What would you recommend? So benzoyl peroxide works so well at getting rid of acne, but it dries, so it can increase the incidences of, or make acne longer to heal. But I think you've done it the right way around. You've got the acne under control. So that's the first step. Get the acne under control and then look at the hyperpigmentation. Tranexamic acid is going to be your best friend. Reach for the Inculus tranexamic acid overnight treatment. Use it every other night as you sleep. It will half the time it takes to get rid of that hyperpigmentation. Sophia says, hi Rob, my skin is fairly bounced back and I want to slowly introduce chemical exfoliation. Will I see results if I only do it twice a week with the Inculus salicylic acid wash? Love from London, sending lots and lots of love to London. Yeah, you'll get a great result with that. I think sometimes we go in too quick. You should always do gentle. If you're worried about introducing an exfoliant into your routine, I think a cleanser is a great place to start because it's so gentle. You're leaving it on the skin 60 seconds. It's not going to do any damage. And you will see results. I would work up from that. I'd use that and then maybe just work up from there, but listen to what your skin's saying. If your skin's getting sensitive, dial it back. If your skin's fine, increase it. Just listen to what your skin. I don't think we ever listen to our skin enough. We read the instructions and then we follow it to the letter. Our skin's all unique and different, so listen to what your skin's saying would be my top tip. Tress says, hi, please help. It doesn't matter what I use when I put on my BBF cream or moisturizer to roll off. I think it's called pilling. Yeah, so pilling is when we make products together and it just doesn't work. It possibly is that you're rubbing it. So BBF cream is, you end up putting, I think the BBF cream is the Trini London version of BB cream. It's actually really good, but the problem is we work it in and we rub it into our skin. And if you can get a beauty blender, so these are, you don't have to get the beauty blender ones, but these sponges that you wet and then you dab it in, that'll be so much better because the pilling happens when we're rubbing. It's this motion which causes the balling up. If you dab into the skin using something like a brush or a blender, it will work so much better. So that'd be my recommendation. And you shouldn't get that pilling. Legal Eagle says, hi Rob. Hello my love, thank you so much for joining. Sending hugs from Manchester. I'm sending lots of love to Manchester. To everybody out there, everybody in the UK, this is our last official full lockdown weekend here in the UK. It's a gradual process. Nothing really changes as of Monday, but like slowly things are getting back to normal. So I'm sending lots and lots of love to my lockdown weekenders here in the UK. And I'm sending lots of love to people that maybe aren't coming out of that and are still staying in lockdown. I hear you, and hopefully we'll be here to keep you entertained throughout. Thank you so much for recommending Face Theory. I've used the Extra Glow Serum and the Regenaclan Pro for the last 10 days and they've transformed my skin. Do you know, I love hearing that. I love to know that products that I love work really well on other people. Honestly, if anyone's struggling with hyperpigmentation, get yourself the Extra Glow Serum by Face Theory. Use the code MADABOUTSKIN25, which I don't get any commission for, but gets you 25% off. So yeah, use it because you get your 25% off and they're such a good brand. I want to talk literally, this is a great little segue into commission. So I often reach out to brands that say, oh, can you try our products? And I would say, yeah, sure. Can I have a code to offer you guys some, so you guys know what it can get a discount basically. So what I'm going to do going forward in videos, I've been thinking about this, just to be fully transparent, I'm all about the transparency, is against each code I'm going to state whether there's a commission or not. Not that I think it matters because none of it costs you any more money, but I think to be transparent, we give our commission here on the channel to charity anyway, but I still think having that transparency is important. So you might see a change in the description box where we do start to list what is commission and what doesn't, because these codes, some of them come with a percentage commission that I donate to charity, some of them is just money off for you guys. So either way you'll know, and I'll leave that in the comments, just to be totally transparent. So if you see it changing, that's just why. Sophie says, I found out that the AHC brand is coming to the UK drugstore. It is. So this will be quite exciting when we've got some new drugstore launches here in the UK. It's going to be quite exciting. A lot of the time, I don't know whether, I literally have no idea about this. I'm just surmising that we've got some really big brands that are coming to the UK in the next couple of months. I don't know if it's to do with Brexit and the fact that some of the regulations have diverged so they can now access the UK market more freely. I don't know. Or maybe it's just timing. But we've seen some really great ones and, choice is amazing. So we look forward to it. I'm going to check and see if the same thing's happening across Europe, because it'd be really good if we could get our hands on some of these great drugstore brands wherever we happen to live in Europe, so we can kind of share in some of those great products. So I'll keep you updated on some new, but we've got some exciting new drugstore launches. As well, Hada Labo is actually coming to Boots, I was told. So anyone that wants to try Hada Labo here in the UK and hasn't been able to get their hands on it because it's always sold out, apparently it's going to be in Boots in the next month, which is very exciting. Rachel said, I've recently started using Tret and I'm feeling some tightening to my skin throughout the day. What's a good face spritz that will moisturise but not wreck my makeup? Depends what you want to spend, Rachel. I would say spritzing is the right way forward. So you're definitely on the right track. I would use, my favourite is the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin Mist. That is hydrating to the gods and will honestly just add so much benefit, and it doesn't wreck your makeup. You could just literally just get water and put a few drops of peptides in and mix it fresh every day and spritz. That could also work as a cheap option. Get something like the Matrixyl 3000 by The Ordinary, drop that in and spray it. That would really help. But I would say probably if the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin, I've used it, it doesn't wreck your concealer, it won't crack your contour, you are good to go. Sarah says that SDSM has gone from the Destiny website, and the FECC has increased in price. So tomorrow's video is an update on the changes that we've seen with The Ordinary and the Destiny brands since they were taken over by Estee Lauder. Now, some of the things that have changed are as a direct result of that. Some of them aren't. We can't put everything down to that. It might be a case that some products do. Brands discontinue products. Also, but it just seems to be odd timing. They also have made some improvements as well. So there's some things I want to give them credit for that I think have got better, and there's some things that I don't think have. So I'll be discussing it all in a video tomorrow, and we'll share a bit more knowledge about the mist as well. So guys, set your diaries for that tomorrow, because I think that'll be quite interesting to look and compare. It's not all bad. Some things have got better, and I always want to do this as a fair hearing. It's not all bad, but some things have changed, and I think it's worth calling it out. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. Emily says, hi Rob, I've just cleared up my, oh no, we've covered that. Sorry, I'm reading the same question again. Sorry about that. I'm all over with this. And I sometimes get quite lost in these comments. I'm not going to lie, I'm useless. So I am trying my best. Let's have a look. So Mel A says, sorry, just joined. Is something going on with the Facebook group? Oh, Mel, you have just joined. Do not worry. We had a load of mess with the old Facebook group. Facebook removed me from the group because by accident, and then they said I had to get someone to add me back in. It was all a mess. Anyway, it became impossible. And because we didn't have any moderators or an admin, because I'd gone, that we couldn't accept people into the group, which, whole mess. So we set up a new group, which Tom's been linking throughout, so you can check it out and link that. We've now got admins set up, and we've got moderators set up, so the same problem will not happen again, and you can be accepted in a super quick time. It's also private as this group now, whereas the other one was open. I think that's great, because then we can chat amongst ourselves as a community, and I think it keeps us a close-knit community, which I love. So everybody's welcome to join. It's called Mad About Skincare, but you can click on the links that Tom's been sharing throughout. Let's have a look. Tom says he's pulling double duty and accepting requests to join the group as they come in. This is multitasking. Anybody that says men cannot multitask, Tom is a fantastic example of a multitasking guy. Thank you so much, Tom. So yeah, you should be accepted as you go along through this. So if you haven't already joined our Facebook group, and we are going to keep. I've got so many questions that I want to get through, and we've got another 25 minutes of questions. So keep them coming in. When this video ends, so when this live ends, I click the end stream button, and you all get redirected over to today's video, which is on my favourites of Korean skincare, showing some really great new finds. If you don't want to, you under no obligation to join me over there. I'd love you if you wanted to, but under no obligation, you can dip out. But this is just something we're trying new to kind of keep the conversation going, because it's a live premiere, so I'll be chatting with you throughout it. So look out for that as soon as the stream ends. I'm going to lose my voice, so I'm going to take a sip of my tea. If you haven't already, if you could smash that like button. I honestly cannot believe how many likes we've already got. 140. You guys are so kind. I love you all so much. And viewers, we have hit, it's always up and down throughout these streams, but in this stream so far we've hit 170 concurrent viewers, which is 5 off our all-time record. So it's growing every single week, and I love you all, so thank you so much for being part of this. Now, cut the waffle and let's crack on. We've got enough questions to be getting through. Let's have a look. Yana says, how many times do I need to wear sunscreen in a day? So, officially, the official rule is you should apply it as per the manufacturer's instructions, which usually means reapplying every 3 hours. In reality, I put it on the morning, and if I'm not going out of the house, I leave it. It's not true that after 3 hours, your sunscreen stops working. It does reduce in efficacy over the day, so you're not getting the same protection at the end of the day as you are at the start of the day. However, I think if you're just in the house and you're not doing anything, you're not exposing yourself to high UV rays, I don't personally reapply during the day. If I'm going out, I'll just do a spritz is a really good example. If you've got a spray SPF, you can use that just before you go out of the house. That could be a great idea. And I will reapply if I'm leaving the house. I don't tend to reapply as much as officially you should, but it's personal preference. The key thing with sunscreen is you wear it once a day minimum. You match the right sunscreen to your skin type. So if you're a lighter complexion, you're going to want to go for a higher SPF. If you've got any underlying medical conditions, go for a higher SPF. And if you're in an area where you've got high UV index, such as Australia, use a higher SPF, but match it to your skin type, I would say. Sweet Tooth says, oh no, sorry, I've missed a question. Natasha says, I can't wait for your line to come out. Recently joined your channel and binge watching. Thank you so much, Natasha. Guys, feel free to binge watch. I won't stop you. Thank you so much. Mel A says, hi. I just joined. Is something going on with the face? Oh, we've covered that one. Sorry, Mel, I'm reading your question out again. And hopefully you'll be able to join the new group and we can get chatting. Sweet Tooth says, my other question is it safe to use apple cider vinegar as a toner on a daily? If, how many times a day? So apple cider vinegar has got proven skin benefits. I don't use it because different brands work differently, so you're never quite sure on the concentration, the pH, and so it's a little bit difficult to know what you're actually putting on your skin, which is why I don't usually recommend it. However, it is safe to use on the skin, and if it works for you, I always say do what works for you. I wouldn't use it more than once a day. It kind of would work as like a light exfoliant, so I would use it on a morning once a day. Just be really careful. I'd say if you are going to do apple cider vinegar, stick with the same brand, because often people mix around brands and you're not sure what the pH is, so let your skin get used to something. If you do want to use it, I would stick with the same brand and I use it once a day on a morning. Townsend said, I want to see you do some reaction videos. Townsend, I've done reaction. I did a recent one of James Welsh, which I know a lot of you guys loved. The reason I don't do them is I kind of think this is really well served. Hiram does them. I know Susan Yara does them. I know quite a few of the other, Matt Randon does them. And it kind of feels like, I think it's kind of been done, which is why I don't tend to do it. But I'm happy to do it if I feel like really inspired to do it. Like I loved James's routine, so I wanted to react to that. I'm quite happy to do it. And if you guys see anything specifically that you want me to do a reaction style video to, I am happy to do it. Just let me know. Jenny says, I think it would be great to share ideas that you and everyone in the group. Also, one has yeah, I agree. I think I want the Facebook group to be about sharing issues, what's worked with you, what hasn't worked, share your recommendations and support each other. I'm going to be there commenting throughout and joining in the conversation, but I kind of want it to be, whilst I'll be producing some content for it, whatever you guys want me to produce, I also want to just enjoy the group, if that makes sense, and be just like another member of the group that I can then share with you guys and enjoy it. I just think I'm just so overwhelmed with how engaging people have been with it so far and how much people are loving it. So I would have done it a lot sooner if I'd have known it was this popular. So thank you everyone that's made this Facebook group special so far, and join if you haven't already. Cece says, I once accidentally put vitamin C on my neck and yikes. Yeah, this is why I'm kind of looking at neck creams again. I've always been a bit when it comes to neck creams, but I think I always end up overdoing it in that area and damaging the skin. So actually maybe a neck cream might be my friend, which is why I'm trying some really good options. Everyone's coming over the cat. Where's he gone? Oh, he's down somewhere. Yeah, he's a little sweetheart. So my cat is... he's gorgeous. I'm not even a cat person. I had no intention of getting cats, and it happened, and I've fallen in love, and now I'm a full-blown cat fan. I've got two cats. Marcel is he's a American Standard Burmese. Let me get that right. He is fluffy. He's got the cuddliest fur ever, and he's always about my knee. He always wants to have a cuddle. Leo is just play. Like, he's brought his toys. I've got 3 toys down here, cat toys that he's brought wanting to play. He would play 24 hours a day if he could, and he's such a little sweetheart. He's getting a lot of love. I opened the door to get better internet, but I'm going to leave the door open every week now, because then they can come and go and you guys can see the cats and everything else. They're both very sweet. And I would recommend, actually, if you want a cat that is totally all about people and wants to be with you every second of the day, they call Singaporeans, which is his breed, pesky people cats. I like their nickname. Yep, definitely that. Definitely that. I'll send him. Oh, yeah, Leo, you're getting a lot of love. He's asleep, but he appreciates it, guys. He appreciates it a lot. And he sits on my shoulder whenever I'm working, which is distracting, but it's also gorgeous. Can I use Retin A and BHA on my sensitive skin? You can, but I wouldn't use them in the same routine if you've got sensitive skin. I'd use Retin A in the evening and your BHA in the morning. If your skin doesn't react to it, it's all good. Sophia says, oh, wow, so many Sophia's, and my dog's named Leo. It's a great cat name. I think it's a great dog name as well. I think Leo is just it's a super cute name. A super cute name. Any recommendations for a matte sunscreen? I'll have to go through and work out off the top of my head. I can't remember. I'll leave a comment in the description box below after this. I'll type up my favourite matte sunscreen so you guys can all see. So I'll leave some links below to my favourite matte sunscreens. Leah says, do you have any recommendations for post-inflammatory erythema? Yeah, people get very het up on post-inflammatory erythema is different to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. They're two different things, but they do often have the same treatments. So I would definitely say tranexamic acid can really help. Calming the area down is really important, so including panthenol in a routine would really help. Things like peptides and ceramides will boost the area up, which is only going to help that heal time improve. So those are all things that I would recommend. I would actually check out Dr. Dre, who isn't a channel I necessarily recommend a lot. I don't watch a lot of her content, but she's so knowledgeable, and she did one that I was really impressed with on post-inflammatory erythema. I'd recommend checking that out, because the recommended, you have to get through it. She waffled a lot at the start, but when you got to the recommendations, so good. I definitely recommend that out. Let's have a look. Sweet Tooth says, who here's got puberty acne, needs tips, panicking? Do not panic. So hormonal acne is just, it's one of those things. People see it, obviously get it in puberty, people see it around their monthly cycles, people then see it when it comes to menopause. Men get it because I think often people associate hormonal acne as just a female thing. No, again, guys, during puberty obviously things change, but our hormone levels change as well as we get older, and often guys have hormone changes as a result of stress in a way that women, biologically, there's just differences. So women tend to have less stress-induced hormonal acne when men seem to have more of it. So it's something that happens to all of us. And all I say is treat it as normal acne. It's a flare-up. It's something, if it's stress induced, do what you can to reduce the stress. If it's puberty induced, there's nothing you can do about it other than to treat the acne. So get those salicylic acids in there, make sure you're oil cleansing properly and really massaging the skin to get rid of any congestion. And I would just do all of that and you'll see some really great results. But do feel free to message me on the Facebook group and I can give some recommendations for products and things like that. I'm happy to share that. Brittany says, thank you for answering my retinol question. We were going to do derma rolling at home, even though it's not recommended. How would you suggest to do it? Put a serum on first. If you are going to derma roll at home, and I wouldn't recommend it, if you are going to do it, I would make sure that you follow the instructions to the letter and make sure that you're doing it very gentle, don't put too much pressure on, and put the serum on first. Yeah, put the serum on first. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not going to judge people. I've done it at home, so I'm not going to judge people. I would just say be super cautious, super gentle, follow the instructions to the letter, and put the serum on first. And I love the love that's. Can we just take a call out? There is so much rubbish going on in the world, and people are so hateful and all sorts going on. The love that you guys show each other and the Facebook group and here in the comments, it literally is amazing. I think we all have, like, when people say be kind, that's one thing, but actually show it, and you guys do. So thank you so much. The love for me and to each other. So sending you all so much love. Mercedes says, thanks Tom for sharing the link to the group and accepting me already. Tom is on it. If you want to be if Tom is on it, if you want to be a member of that Facebook group, you join now and Tom will have you accepted within 5 minutes. that is good service. Jennifer says, any thoughts on SkinCeuticals? First of all, Jennifer, welcome, my love. I hope everything's amazing with you. I was thinking back, just break off side now, I was thinking back to people that have been with the channel. We've hit 30,000 subscribers. I was thinking back to the people that really were there at the start, and obviously I can name so many names, and I'm so grateful, whether you're a new subscriber or an older one that's been with me from the start. I love you all. But Jennifer was there pretty much from the start, so sending you lots and lots of love. Thoughts on SkinCeuticals? The products, flawless, so good, so good, but the price point is hellishly expensive. So do I think you should spend money on SkinCeuticals? No. If you really have money to burn and you want to spend it on skincare, then SkinCeuticals is a great place to do it. I just feel it's a little bit too... it's a bit expensive for most people, that's all I'd say. But the products, at least with SkinCeuticals, it's not like La Mer where you're paying a lot of money and you're getting a note for it. At least with SkinCeuticals, you're paying a lot of money, but you're getting a really phenomenal formulation. Let's have a look. Coria says, hi Rob, greetings from the Netherlands. Sending you lots and lots of love to the Netherlands. Ronnie Anderson says, my skin is so sensitive and red right now. What products can I use? Hello, Ronnie. Welcome, my love. Top tip is it, first of all, workout. Is it because you've changed something in your routine or added something? Because if that's the case, strip it right back. Use nothing but your cleanser and your moisturiser for a week. Let the skin settle. How the skin works, and this isn't the case for everybody, but how the skin works is once it starts having a reaction, it tends to react to the reaction that then reacts to that, to it, and it kind of escalates from there. I need to break that, which is why a lot of people then strip right back. Just cleanse and moisturise for a week. Let the skin resettle itself, rebalance itself, and then start introducing products. If you think it's just a case of you've maybe gone a bit too hard on your exfoliator or something like that, then I would add ceramides, panthenol and lipids. Those are the three that are really good. Cicaplast Balm by La Roche-Posay, great, but they're not cruelty free, so I'll call that out, but that does contain a lot of that. Geek and Gorgeous liquid hydration, great, they've got 2 of the 3 and they are cruelty free. And I love the Face Theory repair, Cica repair cream or something. That's got all 3, cruelty free, a little bit more expensive than La Roche-Posay, but I think worth it. So I call out any of those 3 would work really well. Life by Nelly says, is hydrating cleansers good for oily skin? They can be. I think you should end your cleanse with your skin not feeling tight and sore. If your skin is feeling super tight and super sore after you've cleansed, it's too harsh for you. And hydrating cleansers can be good for oily skin. I would just say if you have a lot of excess oil, so say you're like me and you wake up and you are literally a grease slick, then using like something that's going to be slightly more stripping is to my benefit because it'll get rid of that excess oil, and hydrating cleansers won't do that. So it depends on your skin type, but yeah, they can work really well. Let's have a look. I think I've skipped past some questions. I keep doing this. I move my mouse too quickly and then I lose questions. I will just call out now, if you, let's have a look. If you have, for whatever reason, if I've missed your question out, leave it in the comments below and I'll get back afterwards. I always answer all the questions, so leave it in the comments below. So let's have a look. Lots of people calling out Yes Style and how good they are as a website. Just as a side note, I'm actually doing a haul from Yes Style in a month's time. They reached out to me and said, fill your basket, try anything you want. So I thought this is a great opportunity to try some amazing skincare. So I'll be sharing it with you. So they're super kind. They've been really kind to me so far. So I'll see what the shipping's like and I'll share it with you guys. Now we have another 10 minutes. I'm going to blast through loads of questions in this time. Do not worry. If you haven't already, if you smash that like button, I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea. Now, let's see where we got to. So, Anita says, the cat was such a tease. We don't want to see your face, Leo. No, he's camera shy. What can I say? You got a great view of his derriere. You didn't see much of his face. Let's have a look. Tom says, I went on a skincare binge this week with Decim and Face Theory. I'll post my haul on Facebook. Yeah, if anyone gets new, this is a great, something I love to see on Facebook groups and on things like that is people get a new product that they're trying. Maybe we all deserve that treat in our life. If you're treating yourself to something, share it on Facebook. We'd love to see what products people are using. Often I get a lot of my recommendations from you guys. Like, I wouldn't have tried this Axis Wide, for example, if someone hadn't said, oh, they're really good, try it out. Did a bit of research, loved it. So yeah, definitely share it on Facebook if you do a little haul. Let's have a look. Jessica says, as soon as your skincare lines comes out, I'll be buying all of them. The sound is amazing. Thank you so much. I'll be doing an update video before it does go live. One sec. I'll be doing an update video as soon as the skincare line is ready to go live, and kind of like a behind the scenes of it, which I can't wait, honestly can't wait to share with you guys. But so far it's going really well. Also, a lot of people said, will there be the opportunity to do like a pre-order or whatever? I'm going to go one step further than that. I'm going to do, for people that are on the Facebook group, the hardcore Mad About Skin fans, before it goes to launch, I'm going to give everyone a day in advance that wants to buy the products with a discount code, so you can get some money off as well. So I do want to reward everyone for being so loyal and being so kind to me, and as a thank you. So really looking forward to your skincare line from Anya. Thank you so much, my love. Sarah says, Tom, we need to see your haul. I know that Tom is just about as addicted to skincare as I am, so it's going to be an impressive haul. So I also vote I want to see it. Well, everyone's come in and said they want to see Tom's skincare haul. So Tom, don't disappoint. Do not disappoint. Hannah says, I saw your great video on Neod Repigment. Wondering where in the evening I should use it. I actually think, you've shared your routine with us. That sounds really good. It sounds like you've got a really good, robust routine. So I love that. I would put it first thing. So literally put on your, do your cleanse and then put it straight on. I think it goes really well. It's in close synergy with the skin. You get the best results. So I would fully recommend you put it on straight after your cleanser. Jenny says, my sister has 2 American Burmese. So cute. Well, of course, they are cute, but they're so stubborn. Marcel knows that we all want to see him, so you have no chance of seeing him. He telepathically knows what you want him to do, and he'll do the exact opposite. He's such a character. So Sweetie says, is eating bread bad for acne? Nope. So this is a myth. Bread, not bad for acne. The one thing, 2 things that can, some studies have shown, increase incidences of acne in some people are dairy products and sugar. So sugar can interrupt some of the body's functions. So can, in some people, in high quantities, cause a few breakouts. Similarly, in dairy, there is some elements of hormone in there, which is perfectly natural and normal, but that can disrupt things which can make particularly hormonal acne worse. I gave up milk and dairy when I was going through a really bad breakout. It turns out I had an allergy to it, which was the main reason. So that side, but also my skin did clear up. So I think that's something to call out. Bread, there is no scientific evidence that bread is bad for your skin. Let's have a look. So Hillpriest says, one of my friends is asking about maskne. Her skin is usually lovely, but her nose is having issues. Yeah, maskne, awful. Everyone that is wearing a face mask is suffering in some way of having that mask acne. So top tip is, I'm calling this out to people that maybe like teachers or healthcare professionals that have to wear them all day. Best thing you can do is skip your morning skincare routine. Now, this is going to sound like a shock. What I would do is on a morning, I would cleanse the skin. I would put something hydrating like a peptide on, or do a light exfoliation, and then just throw in your moisturizer and go. Save all of your good stuff to the evening. And as soon as you can take that mask off, you get home, as soon as it's safe to do so, take that mask off and then do your evening skincare routine. Even if it's at 5 o'clock before you've even cooked the kids' tea, do your evening skincare routine. That's the best way to tackle acne, because what you want to do is get rid of all of that, get to all the stuff that's on the skin off the second you get in the house, and get that hydration back. Similarly, you don't want to overload the skin on the morning, because that's going to interrupt it during the day. So keep it simple on the morning, and the second you get in, before you even say hi to your husband or your kids, they don't even exist till you've done your evening skincare routine, and then you're all good to go. That'd be my recommendation, but of course, you know, it's not going to solve everything, but I think we think about the product, but not actually how we're using them. And I think simple in the morning, and as soon as you can, doing it in the evening is the best option. Panos, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Says the Face Theory Glycolaxyl solution that you recommended is beautiful, glowy skin. I agree. It's rare that I really like a product after using it for like a week. Normally, they have to win me round over a couple of months. I tried the Glycolaxyl, which is like a blended exfoliant. So good. It's worked really well for me. I use it every other day. I still use my lactic acid every other day. I use it intermittently, and my glow game has been on point. This isn't glow, this is sweat, but you know, this is end of day grease. But normally the glow game's been on point. Jill says, looking forward to finding out about the neck creams. Really could do with a good one. Well, I agree, Jill. And actually, I've come full circle. Hated them, and now I think there might be some benefit to them. So I will be doing a video in the next couple of weeks to share that. Leah says, I love Dr. Dre. I watch all of her videos. I said she did a lot of vlog style videos, which is why I don't watch them. Turns out they're only on the weekends, and I've been missing content. So I have been trying to catch up. Font of knowledge, I will never be on board with the amount of sunscreen she applies, or the need to apply it that much. That just doesn't sit with my ethos of skincare. Should be enjoyable. That doesn't seem enjoyable, but definitely protects the skin. But the recommendations have been really good that I've seen so far. So yeah, let's have a look. DM13 says the Aztec mask can be very drying. Drying out your skin will make the acne worse. This is a good point. So drying out your skin can make the acne look better, but it will also make the heal time longer. So I always think hydrated skin heals quicker. So if you've got a breakout, drying the skin isn't the solution. Now we're coming up 3 minutes before we then move over. So in 3 minutes time, I'm going to shift everyone over to today's video, which is going to be on Korean skincare and sharing with you guys my favorite Korean skincare finds. Definitely not one to miss if you love your Korean skincare. So this is the last chance to smash that like button if you haven't already. If you haven't smashed the like button, hit it. Actually, let's not say smash the like button. I got called out, rightly so, for this. That's what all the trendy YouTubers do. I've never been a trendy YouTuber. So if you could gently click the like button, I would be very appreciative. I think that sounds more in keeping with the vibes. And what we'll do in a couple of minutes, we'll transfer everyone over to that video, but it's going to be a live stream, so I'm going to be chatting as we go along. I'm sharing some great Korean skincare. I've got time for a couple more questions, so should we squeeze a couple in? Let's go for it. Let's see who we got. So we've got, I've gone right to the, I think I've messed up again. I think I've gone right to the end. We've got, Marlene says, sugar triggers acne. Oops, but I'm still taking my bite of it. Yeah. So sugar can, in large quantities, impact some forms of acne. It's not to everyone, but it can. So it's worth calling out. Let's have a look. Cece says, dairy-free, best thing I ever did. It was best thing I ever did. I was massively allergic to it, so that kind of is why I had such a literally profound overnight impact. I was like, wow, wish I'd done this ages ago. But, you know, it has actually worked for me. I just say choose your milk substitute wisely. I'm a big fan of almond milk. It goes really well. Some of the other things, rice milk, vile. In my opinion, vile. Wouldn't go anywhere near it. So Beckin always says, love the lives. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining, my love. I use copper peptides and amino acids, separate products. Do I need the amino acids? The amino acids are great. I know Patty, who's a great subscriber of this channel, loves the ordinary amino acids. And I think they're fantastic too. I would definitely recommend them. Amino acids hydrate. You don't technically need them both. I'd say if you've got a peptide, you don't technically need an amino acid. But if you have dry skin, I think adding both is a must, and you'll get some great results. Final question, and we're gonna go to let me pick one. Tegs. My favourite piece of advice from this channel so far, don't even talk to your family, evening skincare first. There you go. We're ending on my message. This is the message of hope for 2021. Forget your family, focus on skincare. Obviously, I don't mean that. But I do think the sooner, if you've worn a mask all day, the sooner you can get that evening skincare on and all that dirt and debris off the skin, the better your skin will be. But maybe do say hi to your kids first. So guys, this is it for the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. If I haven't haven't got round to your question, leave it in the comments below and I'll answer it straight away this evening. And I'm not going to redirect everyone seamlessly over to today's video, which is going to be a haul of fantastic, amazing Korean skincare, where we're trying everything that you guys have been recommended to me over the months. Hopefully you really love it. So I'll see you over there in 1 second.